Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Three Different Dads. I am your host, Lorenzo, along with Tyler and Jimmy, in the most spontaneous podcast you'll ever listen to. You never know. We keep you on your toes. You never know when we're going to be on. Here we are, though.
Surprise.
You know what? You guys talk amongst yourselves real quick. I got to plug in my cord.
Oh,
Proceed.
Oh my God. The lack of professionalism on this podcast.
what number is this, Jim? Do we know? Is this number 55? Or is this
Double nickel?
56?
No, it's 54.
Damn, I was so close.
What were the numbers or the
I was
jerseys?
already Googling famous number and I said 55. Let me try 54 if there are.
We all know
any
the most famous 55 there was.
Double nickel, James Hutchison.
That's right.
Brian
Guys.
Urlacher, 54.
Yeah.
All right. That's probably the only one.
The
Yeah,
only
no,
famous
there's got-
54?
Horace Grant. Boom. Horace Grant.
Horace Grant.
Mr. Respects.
Zach
Yeah.
Thomas, Goose Gossage. There's a lot of 54s.
Yeah.
Randy White,
Teddy Bruschi. Okay.
Teddy Bruce, yeah, Teddy
right.
Bruschi.
Randy White. Fun
Clayton
story
Kershaw.
about him. Hold
Yeah.
on. I want to make sure you guys keep talking. I want to make sure I have the right person.
The right person.
Araldus Chapman, 54.
Yeah.
Devontae Hightower. I can
Are
keep
you
going.
are you also on Ranker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
I am.
So Randy White,
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboy player,
Yes.
lives in Prosper.
Okay.
And he is very vocal about one particular political party.
Mhm.
And he, for a school board vote, I remember my wife was volunteering some time. I went up there to see her, and she didn't, and Randy White didn't like that there was a black school board member that was getting on there. So he was trying to call up other people that he knew to try to get this one guy elected, and the guy ended up losing somehow. But he seems like a total douchebag every time I've seen him. So
Damn.
Well, it seems it tracks with that story you told. That is kind of a douchebag move. So
yeah, yes. So
yeah. All right. So can we start with the biggest news? Is Zollers is a father again.
Times two.
2.0.
2.0. Zollers 2.0. What's the biggest difference from your first child almost a decade ago and your current child?
Besides your
Technology.
baby mom.
Technology.
Yeah.
Biggest difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, different baby mom. Yes. Thanks, Jim.
Better.
That is a
Better.
big difference. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just technology, man. Like a lot's changed in 10 years.
Is your life
This
ahead.
is
What?
this is groundbreaking. Hold on, let me go into this because this actually pissed me off and some of my family members. So saw some family over the weekend, and it's been on my to-do list, but I'm like, I gotta call the church because we gotta get the kid baptized, whatever. Call the church, and
Ugh.
it just immediately, like, I just start getting frustrated. It turned into
No way.
yeah, go figure, huh? It has gotten harder to baptize your child because now the local, and I'm a member of the Catholic Church here locally. Our Catholic Church now, in order to be a godparent, the godparent has to like submit a form that asks like very pertinent, like personal questions.
Oh yeah.
Not
You don't
only do you
say.
have to, yes, I do say. Well, and what's crazy is to me, this has changed because you would think it would be getting easier to get your kid baptized because
you would-
obviously
you would
church
think,
numbers are dwindling.
Yeah, and you would think like people that preach love and community and all that stuff would just welcome anybody with open arms and not turn
Yes.
away.
Not at our
anybody.
church.
No.
Correct. So there's this big to-do thing to get like to just name a godparent. And like the godparent has to be like at least one of your two godparents has to be Catholic. They have to show proof of baptism, first communion, and confirmation. So like the sacraments.
Yeah.
It was alarming, the list of check boxes. So anyway, I text my mom, I in all caps, I was just like, St. Rose is making this way too hard to get our kid baptized. So anyway, that's a fun to do that I'm working
So
on.
so as everyone jumping through the hoops,
I'm
where are you on
I'm
your list
trying
of godparents now? You got
it,
like an
dude.
eight deep list.
No,
I'm out.
it eliminated, yeah, it
Sure.
eliminated so many people very quickly, just based off the fact that like not a lot of my friends are Catholics.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Heathens.
so damn heathens.
You know what? I would like to. Do you remember some questions that were on this form?
The biggest one was, there were two that really stood out to me. Is like one of
Are
them
you in a
was
heterosexual relationship? Is that
How
one?
much money do you donate to the church?
no, one of them was like, hold on, I gotta pull it up. I got the email here. I'll just read it to you.
Do
By
you
the
set up
way,
direct
Hopefully
deposit
they
for
don't listen.
thought?
Hopefully they don't listen to
by
the
the way, by the
podcast.
way, if one person's listening to this, your kid's not getting baptized no matter how many hoops you jump through.
Let's see here.
Well,
A
you're
god.
looking that
All
up.
right, here we
Hold
go.
on.
Ready?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. A godparent must be a practicing Catholic. Do you attend Mass on Sundays and holy days of obligation, receive Holy Communion at least once a year during the Easter season, and celebrate the sacrament of reconciliation? Strive to live a life of virtue, uh, as, let's see here, the Ten Commandments teaching of the church. And then it goes on, if married, a godparent must be married in the Catholic Church and have their marriage recognized in the church to strive. It goes on. But so my point is, the whole thing about, if you're married, you have to, and I'm like, they're calling out gays, they're calling out just, oh my God. I know I shouldn't say oh my
Also,
God when I'm talking about the church, but it's just
Nah.
like, dude, it's so stupid. It's just
you're
so,
judge.
go ahead.
It's weird that they would judge the godparents, but like, not to throw shade, but it's not like you and your significant other are married at this time.
Correct. And that's, so I
So
pointed
that's
that out.
cool.
I was just venting to my
That's
mom and
cool.
dad. I FaceTimed my mom and dad last night after my mom got home from work. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, they are making it so goddamn hard to get our kid baptized. I was like, what's screwed up, mom? And I'm just venting. And she was actually agreeing with everything I was saying. I was just like, if somebody asked me to be the godparent and I had to fill out this form, I would check both those boxes that I just read off. No, no, like
Mhm.
not married, not recognized, like, but it says if married. So I guess I could kind of get away with a lie there.
Yeah,
But
lie
the
to
other
the
one,
church. That's good.
Lie to the church.
I mean, they lie to
exactly.
us all the
Go
They
say
time.
a
they
couple Hail
basically,
Marys, you're good.
I think they want you to lie on this
Say a
form. I
couple
really
Hail
do.
Marys, you're good.
So
Thoughts and prayers.
that was incredibly frustrating. That just was yesterday. But other than that, things have been going great. Yeah, little Emmett's doing great.
Gross.
I feel like if your baby was born in 2000 or 2020, would you have done the squirt gun baptism? Because some of the pictures I feel like are awesome.
Yeah.
And when I think of baptisms now, that's kind of the first image that pops into my head.
When I
It's just
think
a
of
priest holding
baptisms,
a
I think of the priest that drops the slippery wet
oh
baby, and the
yeah.
baby goes face first, and he just like looks down so defeated. And I'm like, God, I feel so bad for that guy, because obviously like he's just like,
Dude, I just looked up
Yeah.
squirt gun baptism just to see a
oh,
picture of a priest holding a gun right to the dome of a baby.
oh man.
Wild times, man. Wild times.
But
It was funny though.
he's the
Like,
only
yeah,
one that has the priest is the only one that has a mask on. So
Heather yesterday was just like, she was overhearing like the conversation. Oh my God, I saw that photo. She was overhearing the conversation, and then after I got off the phone, she was just like talking to Emmett, like, and she's just like, we're trying to get you into this really exclusive club, and they're giving us a hard time. Oh man.
So
That's
I have a
just
question about the technology. that you talk
Yes.
about.
Yes.
What exact like are you talking like baby monitor? Are you talking like what? Because I feel like
Sleep things are a big thing now. So like they have like this baby hatch. So they had a sound machine when Olivia was born,
Mhm.
but it wasn't to the degree of this hatch thing contraption. There's like 20 different sounds on the app. You basically can find your kid the correct sound. But then they also have a little sound machine that like it attaches to your little
Yep.
car seat thing. And I don't know. It just seems different. Yeah. I don't know. Last couple weeks
I got
simpler.
addicted to sound machines
Yeah.
with my kid
Yeah.
because they're in. Obviously you know this, but it just hit me that the kid's sleeping with you in the bedroom with you guys right now, and so you're having to listen to all that shit. Yeah,
Waves. I'm a big waves
yeah. I
person.
got addicted to
I for years.
thunderstorms.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Wife
the
hates it.
thunderstorms. I'm a big like brown noise fan. Like I like the brown noise, a little darker of the noise. It's good.
Me
It's
too. I'm
No
a
good.
idea
fan.
what the hell that is,
I'm a fan of
but
brown noise. Yeah,
Lorenzo,
I'm a fan of it.
that could be your own podcast.
Just
Brown
call it brown
noise.
noise.
Oh, that's good.
I guarantee there's a podcast called that. I'm gonna look it up right now, but I'm too.
No,
Uh
We're too late on that one.
it got to
yeah.
the point with my wife and I. She bought me like this mask that has like really thin earbuds on the side, so I could listen to thunderstorms while I slept,
Mm.
and it didn't bother her. Big
Yeah.
win.
The,
I like it though. Trying to think if
Anything
there's anything
else?
else groundbreaking. Maybe I overstepped the word technology, but I just the hatch thing's cool. I don't know. The church thing
Wh-
way different than 10 years
What
ago.
about baby swings? Do they still do that, or is that a no
Oh
go?
yeah. Baby swings, but
Okay.
it's not just a swing now. So he has this contraption that goes like up, down, left, right, side. Like it looks like he's on a little roller coaster. Like it like can vibrate too. It plays music. It's
Is it like
crazy.
the egg shape thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
My kids
It's
hated that.
yeah, it's I think Heather told me the other day. It was like $200 plus. He
Yeah.
doesn't really love it. Like, you know what his
Yeah.
favorite thing
yeah,
is? To be held by mom and dad. Like
oh
that's
sure.
his favorite thing is just to be held. So it's
We
just
had some like monkey cot thing that's now, I guess, they don't sell it anymore.
ban.
I think kids got
Yeah.
kind of closed on some kids, but that thing worked wonders.
Kind of closed on kids.
There's this pillow thing. Out of everything, it's probably one of the cheaper things that we have, but there's this it's just literally like it's got two like kind of circular pillows. Like it basically is like a little rectangle and you just put your kid right in the middle and it basically kind of like the pillows like move to the side so it kind of like puts like almost like they're getting snuggled, like it but he does like that.
Do you
But
swaddle?
again,
Do you swaddle them?
yes,
Yeah.
swaddle, big swaddle. There's now it's like a sleep sack, but it's hilarious because I guess when babies are in the womb, like their hands are usually closer to their face just due to lack of like, they don't usually have them
A little
down
tight in
like
there. A
on the
little tight.
side.
Yeah.
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 So they sell this little sleep sack that his hands are like this. And so my dad joke is I'm like, put your hands up. Because he's always like this, like, binky in his mouth, just like, well, like
But
it's a funny picture.
Mateo loved being swaddled. Lillian did not. Mateo loved it so much where we had to purchase like the biggest ones we could find, and we wouldn't dry them, and we'd stretch them out just so because he was getting bigger and bigger, and
Yeah.
as babies do, just so they would fit him. And the best part of swaddling, because his for him, we put his arms at his side, and then when you'd wake up, the first thing you do, you unvelcro him, and just hands go just straight up in the air.
Yeah.
They're like, "Get me out of here!" But
Yeah.
he
That's funny.
loved to be swaddled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Emmett's what? 2, 3 weeks old? How old is he now?
3 weeks tomorrow.
Okay. How much newborn stuff did Heather buy, and is Emmett going to grow out of it quickly? Because that's the one thing I remember
Luckily,
is like
yeah.
we
Luckily,
prepped a
I
lot.
encouraged her not to buy a lot of newborn stuff based off of my experience with Olivia. And
Mhm.
Olivia it was even smaller than Emmett, but I'm like, there's so much. Like you get all these like cute outfits, and you're like, in the end, all you want is a onesie for your kid because it's easy to get on and off like quickly with the zippers. Oh, I don't know if you guys experienced this. So obviously, a onesie, everybody knows what that is, has a zipper. They incorporated two zippers now. So it
Oh,
zips from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom. So like when you're dressing your kid, obviously top to the bottom, changing your diaper, bottom to the top. And I'm like, that's genius. Like whoever thought of that, bravo. Like that was cool, I thought.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Just
got
remember
way too
when
excited about that as you see, but
Oh,
when you're on
what about
vacation and
this?
looking at these like massive mansions, one of those will be the person that invented the second
that
zipper on
probably put the second zipper. They're like, here's an easy
Guys,
idea.
guys,
Let's throw
guys,
a second zipper on this
get
thing.
this. Get this. You know, one zipper? How about two?
Ooh.
Oh,
We can charge double the price. Two
Jeffrey,
zippers.
you got a raise.
Oh man.
Actually, his manager probably took the idea
That's
from him.
probably
And,
it.
Probably.
it's probably
Dude,
some
you ever
guy.
think about that though? Like, so there's mini Skittles, like now, and Skittles were kind of small to begin with. But like, if you were to, like, at some point in a board meeting somewhere, they were like, "Hey, no dumb ideas," and they were like, "Let's go smaller, guys. Let's take these things and let's just go." And they were all like, "Well, I'm out of ideas too. That's the best one I think that we got." Somebody probably pitched larger
Mini
Skittles, and
Skittles.
they're
Yeah.
probably like, "Nope, let's go." Just, and they probably make so much money.
My question is, why did it take so long for mini Skittles to come out when mini M&Ms were around for freaking ever? Like
What if
big Skittle.
the same guy that created mini M&Ms
He just
flipped
jumped
over? I
ship.
don't know if they're the
Yeah.
same company or not, but he's
He,
like,
dude, he
big
probably
Skittle
signed.
money, took
Yeah.
that big Skittle money check after
Small
a
Skittle money,
He
actually.
probably
non-complete
signed a non-compete,
non-compete.
and that's why it took so long to get the
Yeah.
idea to Skittles. There
Oh,
you go.
the name of them, by the way, they're not called mini Skittles. Do you know what they're called?
Skittlets.
Skitlets.
They're Skittles Littles.
Skittle Littles.
Maybe
Another
the name
person
part.
made another
That
person.
wasn't
Yes.
bad.
Yes, another person came up with that one, a
That's
different guy.
that's just fun to stay.
Yeah,
Fun to
it was
say.
a combo. It was a pair of I'll just say people, men or women, pair of people. Let's be honest, that was probably a guy. Pair of people said, "Hey, I got this idea. I need your help." And they're workshopping it. It's like, "Yeah, I do like mini Skittles." Like, all right, well, we need to come up with an idea. And then the other guy, person, is like, "How about Skittles Littles?" And fucking yes, nailed it, Greg. Let's go. Had a beer, cheated on their wives, and now everyone's a winner. So
Boom. American dream.
American dream.
Sorry, I
But
took us off topic there.
no,
No, you're
that's
good.
fine. There is if there's one thing I've learned about this podcast 54 episodes in, there is no off topic.
Nothing.
We
But
zig when others zag, or we
but if we
zag when others zig.
but if we do go off topic, it is 90% Jim. So I would say that.
I like
I'm
your
okay
list,
with
Jim,
that.
by the way, that you sent.
I just started throwing stuff.
Yeah, I like
You always
it.
do that. It is good because
Uh,
I don't get
So
any of it.
one of are we good to move on?
If you're good, we were talking about your
Yeah.
child.
No, we're good. Like it's
Well then
lack of sleep. It's all the cliches, you know. It's all
I
the
think
good
I think the biggest after you being dad too, I think the biggest news on Jim's list, if I had to pick one, and we don't necessarily have to go with mine, but the one that stood out to me most, and I saw an article about it today, fucking backyard sports video games coming back.
What
Did you
is
guys?
So I put that on there. I know that's a big deal. I feel like we were too old for that.
No,
Like
I
I feel like we
100%
just
played it.
missed it.
I played the
Oh.
baseball. I didn't know the other sports existed, but I played baseball.
I
You
don't
can
I
tell
don't
too
even
when I
know.
do this list that I just look at today's date, like what's
Yeah.
going on today.
So you put in the list guards are doing well. My hot take is I'm concerned.
They're not
That's-
doing well as
They're
of
not doing well.
they just got swept by the
Hold on.
Brewers.
Hold on.
They lost 7
Hold
in a
on.
row
Yeah.
shortly before that. Yeah.
Hold on now, guys. I've watched 0 guards games this year,
Okay.
but they are in first.
They're on
5-5.
a hard
They're
downturn. Hard
they're
downturn. And they
they're
have
500 right now. The Royals right behind them are also 500. They're 5-5 after the last 10. So,
Yeah.
hey,
So I
dog
did some
days.
research. Yeah, I did some
Dog days.
research. We are
Dog
definitely in
days.
the dog days. Their starting pitching staff, they threw up a stat a couple games ago. They are top 5 for fewest inning
Yeah.
per starter, which is a horrible stat that normally the teams that they were with, every single one of them was not in playoff contention. They are the exception because of their
Bullpen.
awesome bullpen. If it
Yeah.
wouldn't be for their bullpen, they would be so bad. I feel like this year they haven't been able to score runs for shit
Well, that
lately.
and
You guys,
why wouldn't we being the guards? Why wouldn't they like go get like this is the time. Go get a top bat and or a top arm. And they got some dude from Washington who's a center fielder, and then a guy that came off the injured list from San Francisco, had one start and is now back on the injured list.
Correct.
Like
Yeah.
they didn't.
well, listen,
They're so frustrating.
with my
Very
baseball watching experience this year, I feel
Which,
like
which is our which have you said is
0.
zero?
You
Yep.
said 0.
of
Yep.
the
Go ahead.
guards,
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like they could get hot again
They
going
Sure.
on.
they definitely need to.
So
I'll put that out there. They
let's
need
just
to
throw out some
start winning
positive
games.
vibes.
The positive vibe is actually I did think that too, Jim, is that they are probably towards the bottom if you're looking at a graph of like where they're at, lately. So my thought was, yeah, they could
Hey,
start getting hot heading into the playoffs, which is what you want versus that year that they ripped off like 20 something wins right before the playoffs and you're like, "Ooh, this could tail off."
Mm-hmm.
would you
So,
rather be the guards or the White Sox? I'd rather be in first place.
Well,
I'd rather
sure.
be the guards, yes.
Sure.
I
So,
just said I have concerns. That was what I stated is I
Doesn't
have
mean we
okay.
can't
concerns.
complain about
Yeah.
it.
You want to hear a
Your
funny thing
child
that
gets
they're
straight A's, I'm sure, but you'll still find something to complain about, like their room's dirty. You know what I mean? Like there's always,
Correct.
so
There's
yeah,
always room for improvement.
yeah.
That's right.
funny stat here. Before yesterday's game with the Texas Rangers, they had a 0.02% or 0.2% chance of making the playoffs. They're still alive right now. They won last night.
They're not mathematically eliminated.
So you're saying there's a chance.
A lot of
Hey,
help. A lot of help.
ticket
There's a
sales,
chance. There's a chance.
15% off the rest of the season. So, full price concession food, but
Hey, real quick, before we continue, I haven't been writing anything down.
sponsor?
Quick rundown of this is sponsored by this sheet of paper that I need to be writing what we're talking about. Quick
All right.
rundown. What did we go through so far? Tyler, baby dad, baptism,
Yeah.
Baby Dad 2.0 baptism, guards or
church. No, there's something.
Technology,
Tech.
technology, baby
Okay.
technology.
Skittles.
Skittles, yes,
Mini
important.
Skittles or
Okay.
Skittle Littles.
Skittle Littles. Okay.
I think that's about it.
I think that's
it.
the show so far.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you, guys. All right.
And if
Wrap it
you've
up.
missed the start of the
Um,
show, there's your catch up. Boom.
if you if you fast forwarded 15 minutes in. Wait, one thing before we move on. So Zoom updated, and if you're not watching us on YouTube, shame on you, but Zoom updated, and there's this thing for one of the like camera things. It's called immersive. So I want to try a couple of these, and I want to see what you guys think. So this looks like it's could be a classroom. So let's click on this classroom style. Can you guys see it or no?
flipped my
Yeah.
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 Okay,
That's weird.
So I don't know what this is really.
We're on a whiteboard.
I don't know.
basically.
I don't hate it though.
Yeah. It's kind of far away though.
Yeah, it's a little far
It
away.
is.
All right.
That's
Here's
okay.
here's another one. I'm not sure what they don't have
This is
names.
exciting. I like this.
They don't have. Oh, this one is like you're in a.
No,
like
don't tell
you're-
us. Don't
Oh,
tell us.
okay.
Just
All right.
just
All right.
pull the trigger.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's see what this is. This one I don't like because it does. Oh, there we go. It matched up.
Oh, there
My
we go.
background
Like,
doesn't let it match
I-
up very easy.
Yeah, your background. You need a green screen or something behind you.
Yeah. I don't know
it's
why
like we're
it does
sitting in
that.
chairs in a big lecture hall.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So that's two. Let's see what else. It's kind of. I only clicked on the first one. Oh, okay. All right. Let's do this one here. Oh, you guys moved sides on this one for me?
We're
Ooh.
getting up and changing seats.
Yeah.
We're in the
That's great.
boardroom.
Yeah. Looks like Jimmy's like really just relaxing in his chair. All right.
I am.
Yeah. That's it. Again, you got to be on YouTube right now. Check out all the cool cool immersive. Oh,
Different
that's a,
Yeah.
immersive spaces. My
that
question
one,
is though, like if there's 20 people in the Zoom, does it add like 20 chairs? Like
no,
is it
because
smart?
on these it says how
Oh.
many people. Like the
Oh.
next one, I probably can't click on it because it says 2 people.
Click on it.
Um,
Let's see what happens.
so this one technically it's
What if
called
it boots you?
it's called the boardroom. The one we're just in. So here's the new one. I don't know what's gonna do. Okay, Jim's just out.
Jim's gone.
Jim's at the
Bye,
top of
Jim.
the screen.
That's bullshit.
This is called the cafe. All right.
Ooh, this is
Okay.
trendy.
All right. I wish my background. I don't know why
I
it does
love
that.
Yeah, you need to figure out.
I don't know why it
Your
does that.
forehead
your
is
Charles
just
Nagy jersey
going
is
right
just
through
chilling
it.
in the cafe.
All right. Here's another one.
Got a
Okay.
leaf on your forehead.
So
Oh,
this is called
okay.
classroom.
It's another
Oh.
classroom. Yeah.
Classroom.
Oh,
Yes.
you're the teacher.
Yes, I am. I wonder if you can. I wonder how you change that, or if it's because I'm the one doing it. If I'm just
Probably.
going to be
You're the
in
organizer.
charge. Yeah.
Organizer.
Let's see. I don't know if there's any. Wait. Why would this be one? Why would you? Again, it's probably going to kick Jim out. Yeah. Oh wait. Can I? Can I? Oh, I can't. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do this and buy and do. So I can adjust who's in these things and who's not.
Kick yourself out because you look terrible.
All
And
right,
we're
sorry,
back.
buddy. I hit the wrong button there. Here, I can take myself out. Let me see. All right, now let's go here. It won't let me hit the button though.
That's stupid.
Oh no, we're stuck in class.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right
I
there.
thought we graduated.
This is just called the kitchen.
All right.
So
Okay.
Ooh, they got
I
a
don't mind
nice,
this.
this
nice
is
espresso machine over there.
well. There's only 2 of us though, so we can't do that one.
I got a toaster right there.
High five.
Oh, wait. Ready? 1, 2,
Oh,
3. Got it.
look at this one.
Technology.
Look
Look at
one.
us.
Theater.
It all comes back around. Ooh.
Oh, this
Theater.
is classy.
Yeah, I wonder if you can put something on
Except it wouldn't make any sense for the chairs to face this way.
the other
when
way.
the screen is behind us right now. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is different.
All right, and I'm gonna pick one more. Oh, this is right up our alley here. This one's called Jumbotron. Is what it's called.
Okay.
So
Wow.
anyway, I was messing with these the other day when I was on a Zoom and seeing what it looked like, and that's what
I
it looks
like
like.
it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I just got to figure out what's
I'm
wrong
gonna
with my
start my
camera.
meetings putting people in the kitchen, and just saying, "Hey, let's cook up something. What's up?"
Okay. Anyway, that is all. Zoom Zoom themes.
The you want to hear something cool? I sent
Yes.
this to Tyler, I think, but I did not send it to you, Lorenzo.
It's okay.
So they just opened this place up in Dallas.
Mhm.
And speaking of like the Zoom thing and all that stuff, it's kind of like the Sphere, but it's just for sporting events.
Yeah,
So
Like
it's got
you-
like
you just watch them on like a screen.
yeah, so you buy tickets to like the Texas whatever game,
Yeah,
and then you go there, and then it's got three floors, and then yeah,
It's interesting
it's-
though, like the camera angles. I noticed they showed because after you sent it to me, Jim, I saw it on some network or something, but they were showing it because I think the West Coast somewhere has one too now, and
Yeah,
it was like showing a soccer game, and they were doing a corner kick, and the corner kick visual was from behind like the net, and you saw all the action in front of you, almost as if you were
Yeah.
a fan sitting in the stands behind the net. So
like your view is like you're sitting in those seats, but then in the top corners they had like the TV broadcast as well, so you could kind of see both things, but it looked pretty crazy.
what's it called?
yeah,
But
I was trying to Google it, and I wouldn't even know what to Google. You guys don't know.
it was
starts with a C, I think.
Riveting podcast right now. Everyone's Googling
Cosm.
COS Cosm Dallas.
COSM.
Yep, Cosm Dallas.
COSM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is one in Los Angeles too.
Okay,
Cosm. All
that's
right.
Cosm Dallas.
Are you gonna
It
go,
looks
Jim? You gonna check it
The
out?
interesting.
stupid the part that sucks though is it's like it's like $40 a ticket.
Hmm.
And then
And
you
then
gotta
there's
pay
like
food
food and
and
drink and all that
drinks.
shit
Yeah.
too. So
Hmm.
you're dropping a few hundo by the time and then it's like, or I could just upgrade my at home theater system.
Will you?
Probably not.
Big news in the Hutchison house.
Uh-oh.
I have a
You're updating your theater system?
projection screen.
Yeah?
Where'd you put it?
Do you have
In
a
the
projector
media room?
with it?
It's in the media room.
Yeah,
I do
Nice.
not have the projector right now. I'm
that's
shopping.
just the screen.
But it's
Step
got a
one, screen
spot
acquired.
in the room. It's already like pre-wired and it's got
Oh
a
yeah.
cutout and everything for
Okay.
so it's going to be pretty simple, but debating between the 4K and just the 1080. It's
To me,
4K.
I
yeah.
just unless they're side by
Thanks,
side.
Ty. I was thinking 8.
Oh,
Oh,
you could try 8. I mean, I don't think that. So the problem is a lot of those networks, so they don't broadcast in 4K. Now, I think football was starting to get into
Correct.
4K last year, but again, if you have like cable, you got to make sure your cable is broadcasting in 4K.
That's why I was like, and that 1080 one is just a hell of a lot cheaper than the 4K ones right now. So I was
Yeah.
like,
also for me, if they're
eh.
side by unless they're side by side, I'm not gonna know. Like if I walk in your house and you have 1080, I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's not 4K. Like I'm
The
We're
only thing I
leaving.
didn't
We're
know
leaving. We got to go.
was
We
like
got to go. This is
the
trash.
picture the picture quality sometime with streaming is a little like laggy already. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, if I'm lowering that standard a little bit because of
Mhm.
that, and then I do a little bit because of the projector itself, like, is that doubling up? Would the 4K kind of help improve the streaming aspect? Like, put that, I don't know.
I don't think so.
So,
It's all about what they're broadcasting it at. So like you would
yeah,
notice it if you set up like some rabbit ears to get like the Cowboys games, locally, you would see it. That would look really good, like yeah, off local TV when the Cowboys are playing. But again, you'd have to like look at what games are actually broadcast in 4K. Because like even
yeah,
ESPN, they don't broadcast everything off 4K. I know that. So
yeah.
a lot of their bigger games they are now, but for years they weren't.
Let's face it, there's
So
gonna
we'll
be
see how things
a lot
go.
more Disney movies played on that thing than sports games. So
Probably
I'm actively searching Facebook Market.
for a projector.
for a projector.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
back to Facebook Marketplace, huh?
How's the PS5? Is it good?
dude. I have no idea how the fuck to use it at
Really?
all.
What do you
I
mean?
mean, so just like getting like I'm in a dynasty with my neighbor and like some of his friends on
Yeah.
NCAA. So like starting a new game up, like finding out there's like they're in the PS4 there was like a message center. I don't know where the fuck the message center is on the PS5. It's not like like you used to just hit a button on the remote and it would take you there. Um this if I don't see it right when it pops up, I have no idea where to go. And I have to be like, "Hey, can you resend that to me again?" Um I've I bought the bundle for like the NCAA and Madden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea how to download Madden. Like, because it's like, hey, buy this here, and I'm like, I already bought it, but I don't know how to like cash in that I
The
like. I don't know
bundle.
why it doesn't show that I already purchased it. Um, the game is very difficult. I will say that it's just like the playbook is very intense, and there's a lot of cool things, but a lot of the plays I would just scrap. I legitimately, I'll probably need to just go through and create my own playbook because it's like I don't use a court like half of these things and they're super technical. I still haven't really understand defense. Like you don't just use the L1 to like switch your linemen. You don't use R1s for the linebackers to move them. It's all like D-pad and then it pulls up this whole screen of other
Yeah.
things and you have to get it off before this. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand coverages in terms of like, hey, let's all like we could show this look versus that or any of these other it's
You got to watch like the
I
introductory things, and
I gotten pretty, you know,
I know
I
that those
do,
are
but
a bummer.
they're boring.
I've gotten pretty good at offense, and me and Mateo are doing a dynasty together. And he was like, "You be the quarterback." I said, "Okay." So I run like 50% RPOs, and he was like, "How do you know, or what do you do?" I go, "Well, there was three receivers out there, and there's three defenders covering them, so I'm not going to throw it over there. And then if you look on the other side, they're man coverage, so you can't do it over there either. So you got to hand the ball off." He goes, that's it's too hard. I was like, well, it's easier once you understand what you're doing, and I've been coaching football for a while, so that plays a little bit into it, understanding what's going on. But yeah, it is
It's
intense. It is intense.
I win a majority of the games when I play the computer. When I play these other dudes online, I
Mm-hmm.
get my fucking ass kicked. Like yesterday, I was kind of pissed. It was Big Ten championship game, and this dude's Oregon, and my buddy, my neighbor, he's like, the dude likes to run the ball. Just a heads up. And I'm like, okay. So I just stuffed the line. Like I had ungodly like amount of alignment. Like I was like in a 5-2 essentially the entire thing. And I'd get him into like third and deep situations, and then I'd switch to like dime or some shit. And he was just like over the top. Over and I'm like, this is getting like I'm doing this. So, anyways, I was down 21-7. Was driving, got to the 1 yard line, decided I'm going to do a speed option play. It worked earlier in the game. Dude fumbles it.
Got
He
cracked.
takes it 99 yards to the house.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, this game's over. Like it was going into halftime. I was like, all right, that this game's over. I'm struggling moving the ball. You're scoring. I just gave you there was a nice 14-point swing there. So
Do you on defense? I know you just said you were like a 5-2 and then went dime, but then when he's throwing the ball, do you change that too, or is it always the same?
I always do defensive lineman. I don't know how to. I hate this is
No,
the other
I'm just
thing,
saying
Tyler.
picking the play, just in general, picking the play. Like, do you
What do you
blitz or do
what
you stay back
oh
in that, or
it
like
depends on the
man
situation. I,
or that
I
kind of
I
stuff?
try to do something different each play.
Okay.
But it's weird, Ty, because if you're a linebacker or anybody that doesn't have their hand in the ground essentially,
Yeah.
and it's a pass play, if you like I don't understand how to do this, but like you if you like touch the joystick, it will like automatically move your guy to another person that's closer to the ball or like to a different area type of a
Hmm.
thing. So
It doesn't just leave it on the player that you were on,
no.
like to move it left and right.
So
That's
like
weird.
do you play with
Huh.
that at all, Lorenzo?
No, I'll be honest. I don't play a lot of defense.
So yeah, it's very confusing. And then I become a lineman, a
Yeah,
Just
defensive lineman
just
when I play
it
online.
is very easy for
yeah.
a lot to be a lineman. Yeah, that's
You
that's
should
what
just
when I do
do
play, that's what I do.
yeah, do dynasty gym and just do the offense. Just be an offensive coordinator. Like I think that looks fun. So
Well, that's right, but that's what I do. But um, when you play online, you play both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
tell people you don't do that. Just say we're all
We're an offense only dynasty.
yeah. Let's just simulate the defense, and they'll be like, "You dumbass!" Like one of us has to
I
be
was
on
I was
defense.
getting my ass kicked, and Andrea was getting frustrated with she was trying to print some stuff and the printer wasn't working, and
Oh no.
she's like, and it was she's upstairs, and she's like, "Can you help me with this?" I'm like, "I've got like 10 minutes left," and I just went to chew clock and just started running the ball up the middle, and I was down by like 25 points. I was like, I don't know this dude at all that I'm playing against, but he's in Dynasty League. Like I'm gonna like run a group chat thing, but I was just like, this dude probably just thinks I'm the biggest, like whatever. But I was just like,
How
I
do you guys
give.
decide like when you play? You just text each other like, "Hey, I'm free this night," or whatever.
He's
Yeah,
he's probably texting your buddy saying like, "How old is this gym guy? Is he like 9 or 10? He doesn't know that he's down 25 points." Uh,
That's funny.
down by 20 something and just hand the ball off and
hand the
chew up
ball off.
clock, dude.
Guy's an idiot. He's only got 5 minutes left, down 25, and he's running the ball.
So,
Hey, but you're having fun.
Yeah.
um, I
You
s-
know.
Lorenzo, your son had a nice little picture today.
He
Yeah,
did.
his seventh grade picture, and he came home.
Seventh grade.
Yeah,
Jesus.
he came home and said, "Dad," when they handed out jerseys, he goes, "Dad, I got 72," and
Hell
he's like,
yeah.
"That was my number for people who don't know in high school." And he's like, "I didn't even pick it; they just were handing jerseys out, and that's the one I got." I'm like, "Oh, nice, that's cool." So it
That
was meant
is
to be. It
cool.
was meant to be. His
That
first
is
game's
cool.
Do you
tomorrow
know
against Anthony Wayne, or in this
do
case,
you
if
know
you're
what they
listening,
typically call linemen's kids?
what?
A chip off the old blocker.
Did you just ask about my son just so you could say that joke?
Yes,
Ah,
Oh, I thought you really
oh,
cared.
I do. I'm excited. I'm glad that
dude,
he's
I'm gonna
starting.
Lorenzo. I'm gonna get that kid's name out there though. I'm gonna email 247 Sports and start a profile. What
His, his little
graduating
face.
class is he? Class of 20. What is it?
I don't know.
2030.
He's
2030.
630. Yeah, 30. I think so.
Boom.
Yeah.
2030. I'll get him in
Hi, do you
there.
normally say 247 or do you go
I don't know,
24/7?
but 247, 24/7 Sports. When I just I don't recognize the change, Jim. I subscribe to the Michigan Insider, and it's been bought out like by 3 or 4 different organizations.
I
So
don't care about that as much. I've just
oh,
never met somebody that's ever said 247, not 24/7.
24/7 Sports, 247 Sports. It's the same thing. Tomato, tomato.
It
I mean,
right.
247 is a number, and 24/7 indicates that they are
It's
sports 24/7.
correct.
247,
You know what I mean?
24/7. Well, I agree to disagree, I guess. So
No, because you're
I
wrong.
don't think we're disagreeing. I just think
No,
no, you're wrong,
that's
idiot,
just the wrong.
moron.
yeah.
247 Sports. There you go.
Oh,
Jim, how hot is it there? Your
good
your
segue.
take was it's hot as fuck here. That's what his take. Oh, sorry.
It was 106 yesterday.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Fun little stat for
106.
you.
Is it a dry 106 or is it swamp ass
It don't fucking
106?
matter. You know what it is
Very
now here?
dry.
It's
You could just
67.
get
It's
out.
beautiful.
Dude. So I
It's
was
getting
bitching
down
about
here
the
to
weather.
47 degrees tonight,
Dude,
Jim.
I
47. It's gonna be
my
cold tonight.
my internal body temperature would misses
Huh.
that so much. No, so last
106.
year, this was the first time that I got over 105 this summer. So it's been a mild summer. Um, Last year, 26 days we had in the summer of over 105.
Oh, I remember last year. Yeah, I
So
remember because Trey
global
said
warming,
like
what?
20 something days. Yeah. Well, global warming. Yeah, but yeah,
Make believe?
No, it's not.
We went from 26 days to one.
to one. You tell me.
Riddle me that. It's still miserable here.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's
You know what? You chose
the
to live
heat.
there though, so I don't feel too
Yeah,
bad
you
for you.
did. The heat finally broke
My
here this last week, and like Lorenzo alluded to earlier, it's very pleasant.
It's gonna get warm again though this weekend. It's supposed
It
to be in the
is, I
90s.
saw,
Yeah.
but I'm loving these days. I think it was a high of 72 today, high of
Oh yeah.
74 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I said,
it's
47 degrees
95.
tonight,
It's 8 o'clock at night. It's 95 degrees outside right now.
but it's a dry heat. So it's currently
Stupid.
65 here, and it's going to go down to 47, is what the weatherman was saying today.
You know what
Our low is 79.
you know what I'm excited
But we
for
don't break
this
100
weekend?
all the rest of the week.
That's
What?
nice.
Oh, good for you. You know what I'm excited for is I have family from Texas coming up town this weekend, and I can't wait for people to tell them, "Oh, you must have brought this heat with you." I'm excited for that. Just fucking bunch of dumb dads saying that to them. I'm gonna let everyone know that I see it too. Like they got it. They brought it with them.
They brought it with it. Followed them in the car.
Yep.
Well, stupid Jay Birchback was saying that today on when he came back. I was watching the local news, and he was just like, "I brought back some cooler temperatures for you guys." Then he went on to talk about his 2 week vacation, and I'm like, "Oh, your life's so hard, dude." Cool.
One of the buddies, one of the guys I work with, he's Canadian, and he has to go to Canada for like 10 days a year, whatever status. but he lives down here. So he's going up next week and I am just so jealous because it's like he's in Toronto area and he's like it is going to be like low 70s and nice here. I'm like,
Yeah, that would be nice to get a break from the Texas heat and do that.
Go, Jim. No,
what?
I said go, Jim. You can go. Just take off. Be like, hey, I'm
I
going to Canada for the.
I tell people I'm like if things are going well at work next year, like I'm just going to be in Michigan for the whole of basically July is the goal.
Hmm.
Are you guys gonna get a house then? Or
I would love to. That's the
yeah.
goal. That's the dream. We have a wedding to go to next July and then it's like I want to go from Mexico at this wedding straight to Michigan and bypass all the bullshit here for a
Hmm.
month.
In July?
We'll see. Yeah.
Doesn't when does your wife have to go back to school though? Doesn't she do stuff like in July?
It's like middle to end July. So maybe I'd have the kids. She might come back a little bit early, but
I will be up there. It's Andrea will be down south.
she oh, she's teaching college classes.
Is she
Oh
where
yeah,
at?
Professor. Yeah.
Professor
Where at?
Andrea, huh?
Texas A&M Commerce.
Okay.
So fake college. I get it.
And then see that's where she's getting
Is
her
it
doctorate
is
from.
it remote? Is she teaching remote?
Yeah, so it's what's interesting is it's essentially a class just so that these are all kids that are about to graduate and need to pass like the state exam to be a teacher, essentially, is the class that she's teaching. And they don't even have class dates. Like it's like, hey, this week, here's this lesson plan. Like, and then post
Interesting.
something on the board, like on
Yeah.
Blackboard or whatever the hell they use. And then she just grades that. And then she has like an office Zoom thing. But what's crazy is she has to go in person like a handful of times to the university. Um, so that there's a dude on a Segway just fucking cruising. I swear if he tries to sell something here, I am gonna lose my mind.
He's gonna get shut down.
Yeah. My dog's gonna go ape shit. But for like I-9 reasons and to making sure like that the actual teachers are in the US
Yeah.
and not overseas, like she has to go like 6 times to the campus.
Yeah.
Just a
My
quick check in.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
buddy, his wife teaches for a college in California, but they live in Ohio, so it's fully remote. She's a professor out in California though, but same thing, like she has to go to the university so many times a year for conferences and like graduations and stuff like that. But dude,
So
that's the gig. Yeah, that's the gig you want to tell Andrea to find.
so it's either gonna be this at the end of the spring she'll graduate or at the end of the summer. So, but to get your doctorate, like you essentially have to have everything. Like if she wants to graduate this spring, she has to be essentially done by Christmas, so she can submit everything, and then she has to go defend it and do all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we'll see how that goes. But
Oof. It's a lot of school.
almost married to a doctor
Yeah.
that gets paid shit.
The worst kind of doctor.
Idiot.
Okay. uh, Ty, Jimmy mentioned going to a wedding. When did you guys plan on getting married, or did you guys?
Oh, good question. Good
Yeah.
question.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I
Yeah.
think we're just gonna get eloped. Like go have the paperwork signed and just do it. Because like everything just keeps pushing it back now.
Yeah.
Because now I was just talking about baptism earlier, and then yeah, I did. We were talking about that the other day. We're like, when are we gonna get married? We're like, we just have to go do it or something.
Was
I
there
still am
any
holding
talk
true.
before,
What
like
to what?
just like, hey, let's just go to the court. Let's just get this done. That way, like birth certificate, kids' name, like all that type of shit. Like we can have a
Good
church
reminder.
thing and like do all that type of stuff at a later date.
Yeah.
But
We've talked about that
paperwork
several
wise, I
times,
feel like
is
that would have been,
just
you
having it
didn't have to
done.
double
Yeah.
dip.
Yeah. You mentioned the paperwork for like birth certificate. It was very interesting, I'll say, uh, going through that at the hospital, because it was just like, you know, the the birth stuff, like the little bracelet said like, Emmett Burke, and they're like, well, the baby will have, the dad's name, if like Emmett Zollers, but for here it's just gonna be Emmett Burke, because like that's your name, mom, and that's like so. And then something else that was different too, which was interesting, I thought. So in order for me to be on the birth certificate as the father, because we weren't married, I had to get some sort of like thing like notarized at the hospital, which I thought was hilarious. And the nurses were like apologizing, like same thing, like making it almost harder to get the dad. But anyway, one of the documents I had to sign was basically saying like I'll take like financial responsibility of the child in order to be like named on the birth certificate.
Mm.
And I was giving Heather a hard time. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know if I want to sign this just yet.
I haven't seen any test proves that
You know
this
what?
kid's
Bring,
mine.
bring on Maury. Let's go.
Glory, glory.
We had a friend who got married quickly and then decided to have a ceremony and stuff later. That's, I mean,
That's the route I think we're gonna go.
yeah,
I think it'll probably happen sooner rather than later. That we'll just end up going and doing it at some point. Just probably down to the courthouse or something. Olivia wants to go, but I don't even think she can technically be a witness, but she wants to be there.
oh, sure.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, definitely a quick little thing, and then yeah, we'll do something. Probably again, my idea is destination wedding somewhere. Not really wedding. It's more just like, hey, come hang out with us and celebrate. So
Let's have a party.
exactly.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
excited for that.
Well, we'll invite all the fans.
Everyone's invited. I, I ain't paying for it. You can come.
Is your dog is your dog barking now, Jim?
Oh. But yeah, things are going good.
Yeah.
Going nuts.
Yeah,
That's
this
why Jim's silent.
asshole, I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Well, we're
You
about
should,
wrapped up anyway.
yeah, you should have that sign, no soliciting,
He
right
dropped
up,
something
right up
off.
front.
Uh, um,
Perfect.
well, anything else before we depart today? Jim
Let's
pretended to care
see.
about my son to say a dad joke, but other than that, do we have any other any other dad jokes?
I think we covered it
It's
here.
not wrong.
I just it was a good one
Oh,
though.
Jim,
Trip
you
of
wanted
Little
to
Black.
you wanted to cover Oceans to Billionaires Zero. You want to touch on
Oh,
that?
that was, I thought, fun.
It was funny. I laughed when I read that one. For those of you that don't know, I think you were talking about the sub is one, and then now two
Yeah.
is the mega yacht that just
Yes.
very
Went under in
tragically
Italy.
people died. I don't know why
Billion,
we're laughing, but
Ocean's
oh
Two
man,
Billionaires Zero. I was wondering why you did that.
that's why. Yeah, he was talking
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
submarine occurrence with the Titanic, but then the other one is just I think happened yesterday or the day before. Some mega yacht. It
Which
had
I
the
don't know the whole
tallest.
story about this dude, but
It looked crazy.
he
Like
was
basic,
on
the weather
he
was
was on
crazy as shit.
trial like a year ago.
Who?
Like there's his business partner also passed away like a month ago. And
Oh,
like
we'll save
I
this.
could be
We'll save
totally
this for
making
their
this whole
our.
thing, but like I remember
Yeah, this sounds like our
reading
conspiracy
comp is
theory
not
podcast.
my strong suit, but from what I gathered,
I
could
didn't
be
know the
some shady
backstory.
business.
I'm gonna have to look
Yeah.
into this more now.
Yeah.
I'll have a full report
So
at the next
I think he was
podcast.
found not guilty in the US, but there was something about like essentially he was pumping up the value of his stock before a company got bought. And yeah,
Hmm.
so
Interesting.
All right. Well, until next time, who knows who knows what next time will be, but
We'll
until
figure it
then,
out.
yeah. As always, thanks to super fans. Let's see. Rachel, Megan, Kurt, who sent us an email, by the way, like 2 episodes back, but now I appreciate the email, Kurt, but when we were talking about breakfast foods, He chimed in on all the breakfast food talk.
I got a lot of shit from my sister.
Why is that?
Because we have been offline for so long.
Well, no, because I said something about like, because she's the one that did all the flowers, and I was like, I had to plan everything. She's like,
all right. Well, Beth, thanks to her, superfan Beth, OG Scott, and of
George.
course, thanks George.
the OOG.
The OOG. This has been
George
3
Smith.
different dads.
Dear Jane, chances are you won't find the time to read this or respond, but I just want